Hey, this is Brett, and we're doing an early podcast because I want to show you what our property management does for you and your real estate because it's important to show the after effects. Everybody has, hey, I can paint a house, I can rehab a house, got a house rented. Well, how long did that tenant stay? What was the rent? Did you get the highest rent possible? How long did it take? All that good stuff is super duper important when it comes to investment real estate. But there's a lot that goes on that a lot of people don't really know about. So when you do get a house with the property management, there's a lot of things that needs to be done. Number one, they got to turn on the utilities, and it needs transferred over to the tenants also. So all that has to be done. When you rent it, you don't want the utilities in your name because you're paying for it. Now, the only caveat to that is the water bill. The water bill in the Cleveland metro area is that in such a way that the owner's always on the hook for it no matter what the name of the bill's in. So it could be in the tenant's name, and then it's still going to be owed by the owner. Very, very important to know. We have one guy that watches all that. So if it gets over $300 on the water bill, then they're given a 3-day notice, and then it's taken care of. But we also have a deposit that can cover it too. So we take care of all that. And then when we're done with our rehabs, as far as if you purchase a property from us, we throw a warranty on there. Now, you can get a warranty with us, and it's $525 to do that, and that covers the $100 deductible. Pretty much covers all the interior stuff that you have. So that's going to save you a bunch of money. We use 𝐼folio as a software, so you can keep track of what that warranty is doing for you, or repairs, or anything. Your finances, all your stuff goes into a 𝐼folio, so that you can be able to look at it on your screen. So it's a very, very good program. And I never can think about what that is on the 𝐼folio portal. Yes, you'll have your own portal, which is your screen to get it all. The other thing that has to be done is you need to raise rents when it's ready. So we do raise up rents. We rent a lot of rents when the tenant's there, and we also do it when they go empty. So one particular property, we raised it $250 a month after the tenant moved out. Another one, we raised it $350 a month. It's just according to the owner how much it goes up, and if the tenant can bear those expenses, and whether they would rather keep them in there. Till the other, like the one that we rose $350, that tenant was in there for 4.5 years. So obviously the rehab costs saved him tons of money, more than raising the rent. So when you look at that, like for example, if you have a $1,400 a month rent, say it goes to $1,450 and they don't want to pay it, well, the main thing there is $50 a month. That's $600 a year. Well, it's going to cost you more to rehab it, and then also pay the commissions. So we try and keep them in there at all possible. Sometimes it doesn't justify it, but we like to keep the tenant in there for as long as we can. Our average tenant stays about 25 plus months a year. We also have a $125 flat fee. Wow, that we want you to make money. So it's really important that our clients make money, and they do. 99.5% of the time we are very successful at these type of properties. So we're always depositing money into the owner's account, not our account. We also have insurance, attorneys, vendors. We know the city codes. We have our own crews, all that stuff to save you money. One example, heaters. Heaters I can get installed for about $2,999. So that's a brand new heater installed. It's not used, anything like that. So very, very, very good price. And our water heaters, we have plumbers. Sewer line's a big deal too if it's not a PVC. There's an insurance you can get for $6 a month that covers that whole sewer line from the house to the street. That's about a $12,000 bill. So it's a $1,000 deductible. During the last 2-3 years we've used it, we've saved our clients $90,000 in repairs. Again, we want to keep the money in your account, not ours. That's why it's really good to use us, because we stay up with it. We're also a licensed real estate company with the state. Very important. A lot of people are doing stuff on their own, and they get your money or whatever, and they deposit it. I've heard of one particular one that, they took over 400 grand out of the account because they decided they were done and they were going to just take the people's money and run. And they did. But they were not licensed and bonded. They didn't have a trust account at the bank. And that's very, very important. We have E&O insurance also. So if we do something, like, which we would not, but if a company does something, I shouldn't say us, but if a company does something like that, the insurance would cover that situation. So very important to be licensed with the state and have a trust account. Ours is at Chase Bank. Average stay, like I said, is 25 months. We always are there. Even Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, there was some people that we didn't buy the house for them, but we were managing it. Had their pipes up in the attic, and it got extremely cold one year, and they busted on Christmas Eve. So we had to get them in a motel, get the insurance out there. We got it all taken care of. They moved back in, and they were there for another year and a half. So it was a really good situation for them. But we took care of it. We made one phone call. The guy went out there, got it all taken care of. We moved them in a motel until it was fixed, and it was all covered by their insurance. So it was good. Lawn maintenance is super crucial. A lot of times, most of these cities that we deal with, if your lawn is too high, they'll just mow it for you and charge you. Not a fun thing. Tenant issues too. We always take care of tenant issues after each time a tenant calls. We had one call that was getting sick and was before she got late on her rent. She says, "Hey, I'm going to have about 3 months where I'm not going to be able to pay rent." Well, that's not good. That's not a good thing. So Lori got on the horn and got some kind of a society or charity or something. I don't know exactly what she got, but they paid for the rent for 3 months for this lady so she could get that done. And she's still a tenant there. So after the 3 months, she started paying her rent again. It's all good. So these are the things that we talk about. It's the after effects. Nobody ever shows you all that. So all the management, all the stuff that goes into your property, is a lot of work. It takes a lot of time, but it's worth it because you're making money. And that's all we're here for. We've done over 2,000 leases. We understand the areas and what the rents will get. Our marketing is second to none. We market. Most people don't have CRMs. They don't have 15 websites. They don't go to hundreds of social sites, real estate sites, all that. All our stuff does. And we do strict credit background checks, verify that, and also verify employment, and actually talk to their last landlord. So if you're looking for property management, we have a special going. So we're going to give you the first month for free if you use us. And it's really a good deal for you. And because you're going to make money after that. You're not going to have to worry about your property. So I'm Brett. As you can see, my card's up there on the left-hand side, 216-703-5740. I did want to leave you with this too. These are our new rentals we just rented. And you can kind of get an idea of what we did. This one is one was $1,500 a month. That we lifted that price $150 a month. The one 3441 Lincoln, we lifted that one about $250 a month. There was a client to stay or a tenant to stay there for 4 years. Plus it's only one bathroom. If it was two, we go $1,900. 143 Nordham, we raised that one $50 a month. By the way, when that tenant moved out of that particular house, we had hardly anything to do, and we had it back on the market within 4 days. That's the other thing too. When they go vacant, we're on top of it immediately. You'll get pictures and what we need to do to it. Most of the time, it's very reasonable. When they move out, it runs anywhere from $500 to $3,000, $4,000 tops. This one here on 3542 West 127th, that was rented very quickly. And it was that's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and we rented that one for $1,500 a month. The old lease was $1,250, so we lifted it $250 a month. And as I said before, we've leased 2,000 homes, hundreds and hundreds of them. We've done over 1,200 homes. So give me a call, 216-703-5740. I'm Brett with Key Realty. We want to be your property management. Again, you'll get first month's rent for free. Thanks.